Hello traders, it's Tomek here and welcome in my weekly Forex Forecast. So let's see what we can have in upcoming week. Recently we had good volatility and good moves on the Euro pairs and also on the GBP pairs. I am in the GBPUSD and I will also show you this trade. This is really nice profit right now. But let's start with the AUDCAD to see what we can have there. So if we pay attention to the weekly chart, price is breaking our 36 EMA and it looks like we have really strong up move right now. So weekly trend line also was broken together with the daily trend line. Price is pushing up. So maybe this will be like a trend change on the weekly and we will again continue to go up to the previous highs even. As right now we have breakout, we don't have confirmation, but momentum looks that we will have like a trend change, okay? So let's try to find levels. Right now, prices around the resistance zone. As you can see here, this spike, a little bit more spike. So we are close to the resistance. A little bit higher, we also have it. Okay, so we can just say that we are on the resistance zone right now. Next area of the resistance is around this area. Okay, so if in case if price breaks this, we can have another 250 pip move. Another level is down, it's up here. So this is enough for me right now to draw because momentum is to buy. So I'm focused to go long. So I don't need to draw any support zone on the weekly chart right now. Okay. So we go to daily chart. What we will see, we discussed this pair in the past. We had this breakout of this trend line. Okay. So right now, any retracement is good for us to pay attention to buys. So what we would like to see, we cannot, the only line on the daily chart is this. So it's like a volatility line because it's together with the 12 EMA. So any retracement to this line or back to the 36 EMA on the daily chart is option to go long on the daily chart or on the lower time frames. Of course, keep in mind that we have this resistance area, but this resistance can also give us situation that simply price will just react, okay? That price will just react. So we go to lower time frames, and what we will see, we have this momentum. We can draw 4-hour chart trend line right now, and also here any retracement to the 36 EMA to this trend line is our option to go long. Okay, so any retracement is to buy, and also if we go to 1-hour chart, momentum is there. So if you want to do intraday trading, any retracement back to the 36 CMA is your call to go long, target resistance or the next one, because price still can, stop here and still can continue and push to the next one. And maybe we'll have a first retracement from the second area of the resistance. Yes, and then of course we will start to look for buys. So right now, retracements and you go long. Right now it's a little bit late, so we have to wait for the bigger retracement, but intraday traders can mix this with lower time frames. Next pair is Euro-Yen. So we see that price broke our area of the support. This was also a range. We had this breakout, strong momentum, price is pushing down. So let's see what we can have. Where are our next possible stops? So if we pay attention right now, prices on the support zone. Next area of the support of the weekly is lower around this area. Okay, so we have two levels in case if price decide to react. Momentum is strong right now. So we go to daily chart and we see that yes, this momentum is strong. Price stopped here. You see, we had this hesitation, but then we had this breakout, and simply price broke quite strongly. Yes, this is our trend line, so this is also like a volatility line, but we can just leave it to know where price might react, because if we have strong momentum, usually price like to bounce only on the 12 EMA. It's not making those bigger retracements. We can also adjust this line on the 4-hour chart. So basically it will be like this. Okay, so right now any retracement to the resistance, to the 36 EMA, to this trend line is our option to sell. And if we go to 1-hour chart also the same. So we wait for the retracement back to the 36, and you can still sell it on the 1-hour chart if you like, but use low risk, because it's the first setup after breakout, but generally this momentum already lasts around 700 pips. So that's why it's better to lower the risk, or combinations, retracement on the 1-hour chart, and then look for the short entries on the lower time frames. Okay, so this is also how you can combine this. Euro dollar also is pushing down, so we didn't have like a trend change in this pair. So let's see where is our next support. Currently, we are close, or basically we are price touch the first support zone. We see this spike, we see here, also here. So we have this area. Next area of the support will be on the previous spikes, bottoms here. And we also have here, okay? So we see that there are some places where price might react. Weekly chart, our trend line is of course here. So so that's all. Yes, right now momentum definitely weekly is pointing down. Momentum is strong. So of course we go to lower time frames. We see daily chart. On the daily chart, we can start to draw a trend line like this. So also here, any retracement is option to go and sell. Previously, our support was broken. Yes, this was our support here with the previous low. So any retracement, of course, to this level, to this trend line is option to sell, okay, on the daily chart, if you like, 4-hour chart, lower time frames. And of course, right now, any retracement is option to sell, okay? So 4-hour chart retracement, back to this trend line. Also intraday traders, yes, just wait for the retracement, try to sell this, okay? Well, 1-hour chart exactly the same. You just simply wait for the retracement and you start to, oops, so sorry for this, and you start to sell this, okay? So right now, momentum is to sell, so we need to see retracement and we go and sell. GBPUSD, this is the trade which I took on my account. As you can see, it's a live account. So what happened here with the trade, we simply had this daily trend line breakout. You see, let me just delete unnecessary lines. Yes, we had this trend line breakout, daily trend line breakout. Also, we had this wedge here, so we could say, okay, bounces, continuation, or breakouts, and and continuation to go low. Our next goal was this trend line, but price easily broke this, and I took it on the. There was 4-hour chart set up, as you can see here. This was our 4-hour chart, entry, stop loss. Okay, so you could trade like this, but I took it on the 1-hour chart. It was a little bit funny setup, but it was still okay for me to take. This was our setup. Yes, entry, you see, stop loss here. Stop loss was quite high for 1-hour chart, but this GBPUSD 120 pips. Right now, target is around 300, so it's more or less 3 to 1. But if you really would like to calculate what we have right now, it's around 800 pips. So basically, it's almost 8 to 1. So sometimes, if you like, you can just close this trade and just say, okay, it's 8 to 1 for me. It's more than enough. Then I will wait for the retracement and I try to re-enter. Okay, so just I wanted to show you this. So let's go back to our chart where we just analyze, and we will see where are our next levels, next stops. So strong support on the weekly chart is down here. We had, of course, breakouts of the previous levels. Price just, went really fast. This is our next area of the support, which is where price right now hits this level. Okay, we have also this weekly trend line. So, okay, we go to daily chart. We see the strong momentum. We can just draw daily trend line here. So right now we can see, like I said, you just take the trade, you just take all the profits, and then any retracement, for example, you try to re-enter. Because retracement can happen. Of course, we don't know when exactly. Right now, momentum is strong. So maybe it will just stop here a little bit and then continue to go down. So it will be nice. Or from this level, we'll get this bigger retracement. Yes. So for our chart, if you jump in here, like I trail stop loss above the 36 EMA, so I'm still a little bit protected in case if we have this retracement. Yes, and then if price continue, then perfect. If not, if I'm stopped out, I will try to find another possible entries. Of course, like I said, you can take the profits now. This is our 4-hour chart trend line, not perfect line because we have to be honest, we have only 2 spikes. So we can, you see, we can draw a line like this, we can draw it like that. So I would just use the 36 EMA. So any retracement, again, is option to sell. Also on the 1 hour chart, any retracement to the 36 EMA is our option to sell. Okay, so keep in mind that this everything what you do right now is late, so you have to lower the risk, or you simply go to lower time frames, try to grab some pips, try to grab some trades. Okay, so this is GBPAUD, GBPUSD. Right now it's pushing down. It's some pairs looks a little bit better, like GP New Zealand, GP Swiss franc, but I wanted to use GP US dollar because it's the most popular pair. So, but basically Euro and GP pairs are right now the most volatile. So we have this support zone, and what can happen? Our price will react here, and we will have this rejection, and so we will have double bottom on the weekly, or we'll see breakout and price will continue to the next level of the support. So if we would like to find the next level of support, here is on the weekly chart. Okay, so from this level to this level we have around 300 pips. We have also this resistance here, and what can happen if price reacts here and will go up again, maybe we'll have range like this. Okay, so it's maybe it's possible, who knows, we will see. Right now we just draw our lines to see where are our key levels. Maybe we'll have reaction from this level and price will make something like this. It's also possible, or we'll just have small stop and price will simply continue to the next level, or maybe even to the next level. Yes. So we go to daily chart. We have this trend line. Let me just adjust this on the daily chart. Okay, we have this resistance. So right now we already price already reached support. Okay, the lowest point is here, so maybe we'll have something. Definitely right now some retracements are necessary to look for short entries. Okay, keep in mind that we are already around the support. Okay, so you have to remember. Let me just draw another line, and just keep in mind that if you decide to take sells, because sells are still okay, intraday traders, for example, also okay to sell this retracement, short entries, target this, target that. So it still might be around 140, 150 pips. 1 hour chart also okay to trade. Whenever you see this retracement happen to 1 hour chart, look for short entries. And if price reach this level, maybe we'll have like a small retracement and price will reach this. If you like, you can try to see some weakness around this zone, and you can try to trade against main direction. But of course this will be aggressive option. But if this area holds, we can have this chance for for some reactions with the double bottom of the weekly chart. If you want to be a little bit more conservative in case of the bounces and possible trades against main direction, you have to wait at least for the 4-hour chart trendline breakout and then start to pay attention to buys. Your goal is daily 36 EMA with this area of the resistance here. Okay, so this is your goal in case if you want to take trades against main direction. If you want to be a little bit more conservative, wait for some confirmations. Yes, but still it will be nice to see that price is struggling here, and then try to break take the longs here, or also breakouts here are possible for continuation. Yes, keep in mind about this. Right now we can just say, okay, let's try to sell, and here we can, after breakout, we can try to buy. If you decide to take entries on the 1-hour chart with the bounces, then your target is 4-hour chart trend line together with the 36. Yes, keep in mind about this. And the last one is New Zealand AUDCAD. This is quite interesting pair. Right now, we had the support where price reacted. We have this trend line, and if we go to daily chart, you will see that this trend line is broken. Yes, so this is quite interesting what we have. On the weekly chart, it doesn't seem that price break this line. So what can happen? We can have still a reaction on this because we are above the 36, but we don't have confirmation yet that price might continue to go up. So price still can go a little bit higher, retest this, and continue to go down with this weekly short 1 to 3. So this is one of the options which we have. But if you go to lower time frames, there is option right now to go and buy this pair. Okay, so let's try to draw this line on the daily chart. I pick up some, not easy charts to analyze, like GBPUSD dollar and New Zealand CAD. But this is our next possible resistance in case if price decide to continue on the weekly. So let's go to the daily chart, and what we will see that if we draw daily trend line, we will see that price broke this line. You see, so we had this stop here. We also have daily trend line from this point. Okay, so we had this stop, the price didn't bounce, okay, but broke it, and now it's pushing up. So we have the resistance on the weekly chart. Let's try to find if we have something on the daily, and we have here and a little bit higher. Yeah, so basically this is our daily level of the resistance. Next resistance of the daily chart is around this zone, okay? So we had those levels. And how about this weekly trend line? This weekly trend line starts from this point, and if we continue, you will see that we have something like this, okay? If we connect the lines on the spikes to have 3 touches, but if we just connect only 2 spikes, we'll see that our line is here. So this is also together with the resistance, okay? So you see, right now we have situation where price simply might to react. Daily chart is pushing up, we have strong momentum, so with low risk we can simply say, okay, I know where I am, and after retracement I will try to buy, because we can still have situation that price will just retest this, will retrace, will react, and maybe then will continue to go down, for example, yes? Or we'll simply, play around in this level, and then we'll have breakout for continuations or breakout to sell this, okay? Or another thing is that price will, just stops here, small reaction and continuation to the next levels, okay? So keep in mind that we don't know what price will do. Those are our scenarios. We need to just be prepared for this. So right now, retracement to the 4-hour chart, 36 EMA, and we can still try to buy. It will be nice to see retracement now. This is our 4-hour chart trend line. So we will wait simply for the retracement to the 36. We buy, we have our next goals. Even if now price will reach this, if we see retracement, we can still try to buy and target this. And 1-hour chart also the same. We wait for the retracements right now, okay? And we try to buy this to target this. Of course, we already know that we are around this resistance area, okay? But retracement, you try to buy and target first previous stops, and then of course the next resistance area, okay? So that's all what we have for upcoming week. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me, and hear you soon. Bye.